Yes, sir. Welcome back. So now we will see so how to harden a Linux operating systems. Okay. So yeah. So basically now we have been seeing like how the Windows and how the Linux will work. So next we will be seeing like how to harden and what are the basic steps you have to use while you are auditing any Linux operating systems and with respect to any softwares or with respect to any the web servers or with respect to any applications or with respect to any web services are used, etc. Okay. So this is the architecture of the Linux. I think no need to go in depth of this. There might be application, there might be shells, there might be kernel, there might be hardware and utilities. Okay. So always in always audit in general, what are the basic things we have to keep in mind when we are hardening any Linux OS, right? So there might be users created. Suppose if you are installed any a default Linux operating systems, right? So what are the basic things which will come into the your mind is you will be having a user accounts. Okay. So user account, how many user accounts are there? Whether the user accounts have been given a proper privileges or not, whether the passwords are very encrypted or not. So how many characters the passwords are, whether it is a 8 character or 10 characters or 12 characters or 14 characters. Okay. So whether the OS updates have been done or not with respect to the Linux, whether if it is updated, how you are updating your patches, whether you are updating your patches with respect to the uh, these things or not. What do you mean by hardening? Hardening is nothing but suppose there is a default OS which you have been installed on your OS, on your laptop or in your workstation on your PC. So hardening is nothing but you are making your PC or your OS into the more secure way. Okay, that means like there is a default installation of n-1. So you are making your PC as a n. Okay, that means unnecessary services, unnecessary things. You are removing either what are the things which are there already present in your PC. You are making them as a hardened. Okay, hardened in the sense like as per of security point of view. So these are the different parameters. I think hope you got a clarity, right, sir? Alok, sir? Yes. Okay. So that means like hardening is the one of the technique. So then coming your OS updates. So OS update, I think uh, you are well aware about the how you manage the Windows updates, right? So can anyone can tell what how you can update your Windows updates? Suppose in the case of your Windows machine. So how your updates will work basically? So generally, when a Microsoft will release a patches, can anyone can tell in case of the Windows? Any expert from the chat? Any experts from the chat? Two times in a year. I mean, like two times in a year you will do or what, sir? Basically, so you install the patches. Yes. So definitely you have to install the patches. So Microsoft will give once 40 days or every 30 days, right? The patches. So as soon as the updates, suppose there are I mean there are 30 days once, and the manual there are two techniques are there. I think you are aware about those things, right? And I think there is a manual, there is a automatic updates, right? So which one you have to do? Automatic and manual, right? Automatic while booting, yes, correct. So there are different methods are there, but it's a recommended like as per our work schedule. So we are not in the mood to do the manual updates. So it's better to keep the same thing in the automatic mode. Okay. So that is the thing which you have to. So you have to do automatic updates. Okay. So yeah, you have to do the updates of the these things. Okay. So as per concern about your this updates, so this things will be installed on your these things. Okay, so updates will be like something it is a added security one. Okay, so it might be your suppose the updates also like updates how you are updating the updates, whether you are going to the genuine website, I mean like Ubuntu, if it is a Ubuntu or if it is a CentOS, whether you are going with the particular CentOS website, if it is a Ubuntu website, whether you are going to the ubuntu.com/download. So how many members have the basic idea about this checksum? How many members will check whether when we are downloading any software or any OS from the internet, there is a MD5 checksum? So why it is used basically, can anyone can tell? There is a MD5 checksum, sir, like in the website, right? So what is the need of the that checksum basically? Integrity of the software will be maintained, right? I mean, like there is no such man in the middle, right? Man in the middle or something has been changed. Okay. So for that purpose, your the integrity should be maintained, right? Your MD5 checksum should be same before download and after download. Okay. So such kind of things we have to check while you are downloading any softwares or any while you are downloading any OS with respect to the, it might be your Windows or it might be your Linux, etc. Okay. So those parameters will come under your OS updates. Okay, it's not like simply you have been given any link and just downloaded to the website. Okay, you also have to check what is the genuinity, whether the website is genuine and how it is downloading, whether it is downloading with the secure channel, and if it is secure channel, how it is downloading, whether it is downloading with concerned packages or not, whether it is downloading with the particular packages or with particular MD5 checksum. So enable firewall. So what do you mean by firewall basically? Is it a hardware firewall or is it a desktop firewall? What do you mean by hardware firewall? So basically, like when you are updating any things from the market, right? What basically you have to do? So hardware and software, right? So, but yeah, OS will be loaded on hardware. So OS will be, hello? Yes. So OS will be loaded on your hardware. So that means like your inbuilt desktop firewall will be there. Okay. So those things are you have to keep in mind while you are enabling. Okay. So in general, like you should always enable the firewall. Okay. You should always enable the firewall. And how this firewall can be enabled in your desktop? How this firewall can be enabled? Can anyone can tell what is the command to enable the firewall? How you do in your Windows machine basically, sir? Services.msg or firewall.cpl.
Yeah, you are looking about messages, huh? Okay.
Yeah, so I think I have been seeing a lot of things from the chat box. Yes, yes, I think yeah, NetSec Advanced Firewall Show, firewall.cpl, NetSH. These are all things will come under the firewall. Okay, but the thing is like suppose if you are enable the firewall, this is not enough actually. Okay, so you have to disable the firewall activities also. You have to disable the firewall activities and what exactly you have to allow, whether you are allowing any particular port, you are allowing a particular port to the particular services. Yes. So yeah, coming to the fourth parameter, like disable the guest account. Okay. So guest accounts is basically you should enable in your PC or how basically. Suppose in your case of in your Windows case, so you should always whether you should rename or you should be disabled one. Okay. So such kind of things you have to maintain for hardening your OSs, and also coming to the manage monitor the logs. Okay, so log as I told during the installation of the this Linux partition, all your logs will be saved in the /var/log. Okay, so if you go to their particular location, so these things will be saved under the /var/log. Okay. And coming to the sixth parameter, check file permissions. Okay. So as I told in one of the this thing is suppose there is a file which has been given as a permission. So what kind of permissions you are giving, whether you are giving a read permissions or write permissions. So such kind of activity you have to see. Okay. So these are some of the things which you have to see while you're hardening your PCs. Okay. And also, like as I discussed with respect to the firewalls, so you have to always check whether you have been, first of all, the package, the IP tables package is installed or not. Okay. So how to check the IP address status of your following commands? If it is in the case of IP address. So can anyone tell what is the command to enable the IP tables in your firewall? What is the command in your firewall? IP tables, net has IP show file. Yeah, correct. So there is to check the IP table status, you have to use dpkg. I'm just typing in the chat box. dpkg space -s IP tables. Okay. So dpkg -s IP tables. Okay. In case of your Windows, these things. Okay. Yeah. So coming to your these things. So check the current IP tables rules. So how you can check your IP table rules in your Ubuntu? So you have to use the command sudo space IP tables -l, L for list, capital L. Okay. I think, are you able to see my chat, right? The commands which I'm typing. I think you're able to see these things. Yeah, correct. So this will print out the basic command sudo IP tables -l. L is nothing but the list. It will list the IP tables. Okay. So this will print out a list of 3 chains. Okay. One is input, and one is forward, and another one is output. Okay. So like as it is, we are doing. Suppose if we are giving access to the dpkg -s IP tables not working. So you are checking in your Ubuntu only, sir. I think dpkg -s IP table not working. No, you have to check into this Linux app, not in Windows. Danish sir, you have to check in this thing. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, we'll come one by one to this. There is some list of commands are there with respect to some 500 or 600 pages of document is there. So how to manually harden and all those things we'll check, sir.